Hey everyone, and welcome back. Get ready to feel inspired because today we're talking about the rock stars, the heroes, the ones who shape young minds educators.
Oh, I love this topic.
Right. And we're taking a deep dive into a recent news article. It's all about these amazing award-winning teachers from the Western Cape in South Africa.
And it's fascinating. It's not just about like, here's an award. It's about digging into what makes these teachers so good, so exceptional, what makes them tick. And hopefully we can all learn a thing or two from their stories.
Exactly. So, are you ready to jump in?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. So, the article starts with like the big one, the Lifetime Achievement Award. And the winner, Derek Swart. He's the principal of Pearl Boys High School.
See, now that's an award with some weight behind it.
No.
A whole lifetime dedicated to education. That's impressive.
Right, a lifetime. And get this, the article mentions he got this award on his 64th birthday.
Wow.
They even called it, get this, the ultimate gift.
That speaks volumes, doesn't it? I mean, that's a career, a life
Yeah.
dedicated to something bigger than yourself. And you don't always get that kind of recognition.
It's true, and it makes you think, what is it about teaching that brings this kind of fulfillment? It's like, what's that magic ingredient?
Well, I think at its heart, it's about that impact, right? It's about nurturing potential, seeing those aha moments. That's got to be incredibly rewarding.
Absolutely. But, dedication, passion, it comes in all shapes and sizes, right?
Yeah.
And this deep dive, it introduces us to, oh man, a completely different kind of teaching hero. Have you heard of Chadwin Bagley?
Bagley, the name rings a bell.
He's like this burst of energy in the special needs education world, super innovative, and he actually got second place in the national awards.
Oh, wow. Second place nationally. That's huge. What makes him so special?
Well, get this. This guy, he incorporates storytelling, drama, even music into his lessons.
Really? Instead of just, the standard textbook stuff.
Exactly. He makes learning fun. And let's be real, that's important for any student, but especially for those who learn a bit differently.
Absolutely. You have to keep them engaged. But it's not all just fun and games, is it? There's got to be some substance there, some method to the madness.
Oh, there definitely is. And this is where it gets really interesting. He's got this thing called the rotation station system.
Rotation station system.
Mm.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So picture this. Instead of your typical one-size-fits-all lesson plan, he's got his classroom divided into all these interactive learning stations.
Oh, so it's like a learning playground, but tailored to different needs.
You got it. Each station is designed to hit different learning styles, cater to what each student needs, so everyone's learning at their own pace and no one feels lost or left behind.
Okay, now that's smart. Meeting students where they are, it's so important, prevents anyone from slipping through the cracks. But it's not just the system itself, right? This is the whole philosophy behind it.
That's what's so great about Bagley, though, right? Inclusivity is at the heart of everything he does. He believes every single student, no matter what, deserves a chance to learn and grow. This award, it's not just a win for him, it's a win for inclusivity in education.
Which is a conversation we definitely need to be having more of.
100%. But, we can't forget about all the other amazing educators out there. I mean, the Western Cape, they cleaned up in these awards. Clearly, they're doing something right.
It really goes to show the incredible talent and dedication within their education system, doesn't it?
Totally. And they've got talent across the board. Like, take Ethan Alexander, for example.
Okay.
First place in the Excellence in Teaching Mathematics category.
Wow.
Now, math, I'll be honest, not always everyone's cup of tea.
You're telling me. I can't tell you how many times I struggled in math class.
Right. But this guy, Ethan Alexander, he's finding a way to make kids love math.
It really shows you the power of a great teacher, right?
Yeah.
Someone who's passionate, who can get you excited about a subject, even something like math.
Totally. Like, they're not just teaching formulas and equations, they're opening up a whole new way of thinking.
Exactly.
And speaking of opening up new worlds, we can't forget about Bernice Van Blerk. Third place, excellence in teaching physical sciences.
That's quite an accomplishment.
Definitely. But here's what's really cool about her case. Her dedication, it goes way beyond just the classroom.
What do you mean?
So she's super involved in her school community, obviously.
Okay.
But she also works on projects that impact the wider community.
Wow. So she's really walking the walk, not just talking the talk.
Exactly. It's like these educators, they get it. It's about so much more than just textbooks and tests.
It's about that love of learning, that passion, and how you can use it to make a real difference in the world.
100%. And it's something that David Maynier, the Western Cape's education MEC, picked up on. He didn't just give a standard congrats to the winners. He seemed genuinely proud of all the teachers,
Yeah.
their commitment to quality education. He made a point of mentioning it.
Right, because it takes a village, right? It's not just about individual teachers. It's about the whole system supporting them, giving them the tools to succeed.
Totally. It's about recognizing their value. And I think that's something we see a lot in these stories. These aren't just people who are going through the motions. They love what they do, and it shows.
It's contagious, that kind of enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And it makes you think, what can we learn
Well,
from that?
exactly, because I don't know about you, but these stories have been pretty inspiring. It's like, what can we take away from this? How can we apply it to our own lives?
It really begs the question, right?
Yeah.
How can we, as a society, do a better job of supporting our educators? And I mean really support them, not just with words, but with action.
Yeah.
Because they're shaping the future, one student at a time.
You said it. And it's so easy to get caught up in our own lives, our own to-do list, and forget about the huge impact these individuals have.
They're the unsung heroes, so many of them.
Hmm.
And we need to do a better job of celebrating them, appreciating them.
Couldn't agree more. It really is about recognizing those everyday heroes, right? And it makes you think about everything we've uncovered about these amazing teachers from the Western Cape. What really stood out to you? What resonated?
It's funny. For me, it always comes back to that spark, that passion. Like Derek Swart, dedicating his life to education.
Yeah.
That's not just a job, that's a calling.
Totally. And then there's Chadwin Bagley, like reinventing the game with his creative teaching methods, the rotation station system. Genius.
Right. Talk about thinking outside the box. And it's not just them. It's Ethan Alexander making math fun, Bernice Van Blurt going above and beyond. It's inspiring.
It really is. And, it gets you thinking, what can we, even in our own small ways, do to support educators? Not just like on Teacher Appreciation Day, but every day.
Because it matters. These are the people shaping our future generations. So how can we show up for them?
Exactly. What can we actually do? Because it's easy to say, yeah, teachers are great, but how do we put those words into action?
Right. It's about walking the walk. And sometimes it's the little things. Maybe you know an amazing teacher, send them a thank you note, or volunteer at your local school. Even just talking to your kids about appreciating their teachers. It all makes a difference.
It's about creating that culture of respect and support for educators because, let's be real, their job isn't easy, but it's so important.
Couldn't agree more. Investing in our teachers, it's investing in our future. It's as simple as that.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And on that note, that wraps up our deep dive for today. But remember, the conversation doesn't end here. Keep thinking about those everyday heroes, those dedicated educators making a difference in the world, one student at a time.
Absolutely. Let's keep celebrating them.
And thank you, as always, for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time.